All sports, all plays. Yeah. All sports, all plays. All sports, all plays. 365, we making a plays. You talking the game, get you to the days. We're high in the court, the dime in the lane. Variety topics, living the same. All presentation, sports information. In the airways, taking the nation. All sport, all plays, like working your faces. Grace up the field, so tie the laces. All sports, all plays.
All right, what's happening, everybody? Welcome to Easy Money, a sports betting show, Friday, July 21st, 2023. I'm Chris Gonzalez, joined by Tony Gonzalez. How's it going?
Oh, going pretty good.
All right. Well, I went 3-1 yesterday on my picks. So not.
I went 2-2.
Damn Cubs got beat by the Cardinals. That was the one I had wrong. Got a bigger slate of games today. Well, I mean, you had a big slate yesterday, but a lot of day games.
Yeah.
Or more evening games today.
Yeah, only one day game to that's the Cubs, I think.
I think it is the Cubs. Have the golf going on, Open Championship. Tell you what, that's been a weird 2 days so far. Most of the guys at the top aren't really names that you
How's an amateur?
know of.
How's an amateur doing?
He
Didn't
fell
fall
apart
off
today.
there.
He fell apart today. But got American Harmon is in the lead, 8 under. He shot 6 under par, or no, 10 under. Excuse me. He's 10 under, and he shot 6 under par today. He was 4 under after yesterday. He had the best round today, but I mean, Scotty Scheffler, who's been playing about the best out of anybody, been placing top 10 almost every damn tournament. He barely made the cut. Koepka barely made the cut. Justin Thomas didn't make the cut. I think he was like 13 over par. So I mean, Fleetwood's is in second at -5, so he's 5 shots back. He's in second. He's one of the main names that you know that's up there in the top 10. There's not a lot of your bigger names up there. So it's been a weird couple days in that, and then got a lot of and then baseball. It's starting to get down to more of the important games in baseball, getting this after the All-Star break. All right, get these odds pulled up. Hey, what's up, Josh? How's it going? Also, how's it going, Glenn? All right, get these odds pulled up. Yeah, they've been oh shit. That would suck.
Yeah.
he ate it big time. There ain't nothing you can do. You know you're going stadium full of people watching you. You know, you got golf. You also got the Women's World Cup started last night. I think the United States plays their first game tonight.
Yeah, because SmackDown got moved to Fox Sports 1 because the women's going to play on Fox at 9. Play Vietnam, I think, if I remember
Yeah,
right.
from what I hear, most people don't think Vietnam will give much trouble.
I wouldn't think so.
But damn, the United States are big favorites.
I would think they would be, yeah. I'm actually kind of surprised that they're showing that game on Fox. Well,
I guess there was quite a few people. I mean, it sounded like they're like listening to some of the sports shows and stuff last night. It sounded like there was a lot of people watching that World Cup game, like the ones that were on last night. One of them was 0-0 and ended in a tie. I don't understand. That's one thing that gets me. We're in a tournament. Why are we playing for a tie? I know you have your pool play or whatever, but it's Glenn giving out NASCAR pick. He's saying Chase Elliott is good value on Sunday plus 1,200.
Glenn, you going to the soccer game tomorrow and Fair Fight?
No, he's not. He's not going to be at Fair Fight.
Oh, he's not going to Fair Fight?
No, he's going to that national soccer game, national championship game or whatever.
Oh man, can't believe he's not going to be at Fair Fight. He'll be watching the soccer game and he'll have us on watching Fair Fight.
He probably won tickets again. Dude's always winning. All right.
That's true.
Let's see. Baseball today. You do have the Cardinals and Cubs playing right now. Cubs are up 4-1, bottom of the fourth. First game that I like is going to be the Orioles and the Rays. Rays are 1.5 run favorites at home. Minus 146 on the money line. Baltimore's plus 124 on the money line. Over-under is at 8 runs. The Orioles are 59-37 on the season, 29-17 on the road. They will have Bradish on the mound tonight, who is 6-4 with a 3.05 ERA. Orioles are 3-2 over their last 5 games, hitting .254 as a team on the season, and have a 4.20 team ERA. The Rays are 60-40 on the season, 35-46 at home. They will have Eflin on the mound, who is 10-5 with a 3.59 ERA. Rays are 0-5 over the last 5 games, hitting .258 as a team with a 3.71 ERA. Orioles beat the Rays in extra innings yesterday. Orioles have took over first place in the East over from the Rays. The Rays have been struggling here in the month of July. They've lost 5, like I said, 5 in a row. They've only won, I think, 4 or 5 games the whole month. I like the Orioles here at the plus 1.5. Orioles have been playing good baseball.
They've been playing really well.
Next game I like is the San Francisco Giants, Washington Nationals. Giants are 1.5 run favorites, minus 152 on the money line. The Nationals are plus 128 on the money line. Over under for this game is at 9.5 runs. Giants are 54-43 on the season, 28-21 on the road. They will have Wood on the mound, who's 4-3 with a 4.53 ERA. Giants are 3-2 over their last 5 games, hitting .244 as a team on the season with a 3.89 team ERA. Nationals are 38-58 on the season, 15-32 at home. They will have Irvin on the mound, who's 2-5 with a 4.96 ERA. Nationals are 1-4 over their last 5. They're hitting 261 as a team with a 5.03 team ERA. I like the Giants on the money line. Next game, I like Arizona Diamondbacks, Cincinnati Reds. The Reds are 1.5 run favorites at home, minus 120 on the money line. The Diamondbacks are plus 102 on the money line. Over-unders at 10.5 runs. Diamondbacks are 54-43 on the season, 28-19 on the road. They will have Henry on the mound, who's 5-2 with a 3.89 ERA. Diamondbacks are 2-3 over their last 5 games, hitting 258 as a team on the season with a 4.52 team ERA. The Reds are 52-46 on the season, 25-26 at home. They will have Lively on the mound, who's 4-5 with a 3.72 ERA. Reds are 2-3 over their last 5 games, hitting 253 as a team on the season with a 4.76 team ERA. I like the Reds here on the money line. Lively's been pitching well. His last start got ended a little early after a. Not sure exactly what happened. He threw a pitch and then was showing some discomfort, and he went to the or finished that in. And he went to the dugout, and then took him to the locker room. He came back with his glove like he was ready to come back in, but by that time they already decided to change pitchers. So, but they say he's fine. So be interesting with him. He's been pitching well for the Reds though. Reds bats have seemed to wake back up after cooling off there first coming out of the All-Star break. And even the other day, they had 12 hits in that last game, but there was 2 or 3 other ones that were hard hit balls that just good plays made on, and that happened to him in one of the other games as well, as where it seemed like they were hitting the ball right at guys. But I like the Reds on the money line tonight. Next game, Philadelphia Phillies, Cleveland Guardians. The Phillies are 1.5 run favorites, minus 118 on the money line. Guardians are even money on the money line. Over-unders at 8.5 runs. Phillies are 52-44 on the season, 26-25 on the road. They will have Suarez on the mound tonight, who is 2-4 with a 3.84 ERA. Phillies are 3-2 over their last 5 games, hitting 258 as a team on the season with a 4.08 team ERA. The Guardians are 47-49 on the season, 24-22 at home. They'll have Williams on the mound, who's 1-2 with a 3.94 ERA. Guardians are 2-3 over their last 5, hitting 252 as a team on the season with a 3.88 team ERA. I like the Phillies here on the money line. Next game I like is going to be the Chicago White Sox, Minnesota Twins. The Twins are 1.5 run favorites at home, minus 156 on the money line. White Sox are plus 132 on the money line. Over-unders at 8 runs. White Sox are 41-57 on the season. They will have Lynn on the mound, who's 6-8 with a 6.06 ERA. White Sox are 3-2 over the last 5 games, hitting 238 as a team on the season with a 4.61 team ERA. The Twins are 50-48 on the season. They will have Ryan on the mound, who's 8-6 with a 3.77 ERA. Twins are 3-2 over their last 5, hitting 235 as a team on the season with a 3.76 team ERA. I like the Twins here on the money line. Both these teams can struggle to hit the ball sometimes, but the Twins have the better pitching staff, and the Twins have been playing pretty good baseball, and they're battling right there for their division. And then the last game I like for tonight, Toronto Blue Jays, Seattle Mariners. Mariners are 1.5 run favorites, minus 120 on the money line. The Blue Jays are plus 102 on the money line. Over-unders at 8 runs. Blue Jays are or Blue Jays will have Kikuchi on the mound. He's 7-3 with a 4.13 ERA. Blue Jays are 3-2 over the last 5 games. They're hitting 261 as a team on the season with a 3.80 team ERA. The Mariners are 48 and 48 on the season. They will have Miller on the mound, who's 6-3 with a 3.66 ERA. Mariners are 3-2 over their last 5. They're hitting 231 as a team with a 3.79 team ERA. I like the Blue Jays here at the plus 1.5. Blue Jays are a better hitting team, and Blue Jays have been playing pretty good here the last 2 or 3 games. Mariners have a good. Both these teams have good pitching staffs, but Mariners have a good pitching staff, but they're just kind of like last year, struggling. They're struggling to score runs. They're hitting 231 as a team, and especially this year, where it seems like teams are hitting the ball a little bit better than what they have the last few years, or at least team batting averages are up. You're going to struggle to compete with some of these other playoff teams if you're only hitting 230. Something we've seen with the Yankees as well this season. So my picks for tonight: Orioles plus 1.5, Giants money line, Reds money line, Phillies money line, Twins money line, and the Blue Jays at the plus 1.5.
Yeah, my picks, my parlay for tonight would be San Diego money line at Detroit, Kansas City at the Yankees. I'll take the Yankees money line there. San Francisco money line at Washington, Arizona at Cincinnati. I'll take Cincinnati money line, and I'll take Philadelphia money line at Cleveland.
Let's see. Glenn said yes. Going to the women's game. They're playing for the title. Can't miss. And I'll have that on my phone. David's going to give Glenn probably a big right for not coming to their show.
Man. He's going to be upset.
There's a fair fight. And then he said those meet and greets for the Taker. He got tickets for a one-man show. It's going to be in Indianapolis.
Yeah, he got the pre-sale.
Yeah,
they're already sold out for the
meet and greet.
Yeah,
they were getting one yesterday. I'd like to go there. I think that'd be cool as hell to go to. Hey, how's it going, Sam? Glenn said, "Oh, he knows already." Hey, it happens. Hey, things like that happen. There's multiple things going on, and
I was going to ask you a question about baseball, American League. Do you think the Orioles and the Rangers are for real? Do you think that they'll hold on and make the playoffs, or do you think they're liable to possibly fall?
I think they're both are for real. With the Orioles, the reason I think they're real is because we kind of started seeing a little bit of flashes this last year. Last year around the trade deadline, a lot of us thought that they might be buyers because they were right there competing for division and the wild card spot, and then they traded away some guys. So I think they're for real. With the Rangers, I think they're for real, and I think they'll be a playoff team. The only thing that worries me about them a little bit is some injuries with their pitching staff. Like you lost DeGrom. That was their biggest problem. If you looked last year, they were one of the better hitting teams in the league. Excuse me. Scoring runs really wasn't their problem. The problem was pitching. They brought in a good manager who knows how to manage pitching with Bochy. And I think the Rangers I think you could see the Rangers making a move for a pitcher.
Yeah.
I could see them maybe going after that Stroman from the Cubs, or maybe even like Montgomery from the Cardinals. Or somebody like
maybe
that.
One of them guys from the White Sox. White Sox got a couple
because
of guys.
I could see them making a move, especially since they lost DeGrom. I know some people think that the Rangers could be in the market for Ohtani, to bring in Ohtani to help your pitching staff and another bat, and that kind of would replace losing DeGrom and some of the other pitchers. I don't see Ohtani getting traded before the trade deadline. I just think, for one, the Angels are playing a little bit better right now, and they still have a chance to at least make a wild card. So if you're still and that it's hard to trade the guy. I know you're taking a chance you might lose him for nothing, but the thing is, what's the market really? I mean, what's these other teams really going to offer you if they know that? Well, if no if they don't make a trade, he's going to be a free agent, and then it might cost. It's going to cost me a lot of money, but I don't got to give up my whole damn farm.
Well, another thing is
to get him.
There's no guarantee he's going to sign with you,
and it could be a rental. You could be giving up. You give up half your damn farm system for Ohtani, which it sounds great on paper, but if it's only for a rental, is it really worth it?
Oh yeah.
To me, if I'm making a trade for him, there has to be some kind of guarantee that he's.
Yeah.
I gotta feel pretty damn confident that he's going to sign a contract with us. Because I even heard the Rays mentioned as a possible destination as that they think they have the prospects and stuff they could get him as a rental. But why would you give up prospects and stuff like that for a rental? If I'm getting them, I want to keep them. I know the Rays are a small market team, so it'd be a little harder for them maybe to pay, because you're talking probably $600-700 million. This dude's going to end up getting paid.
You think Ohtani puts the Rays over the top to win a championship?
I think he helps them. That's one thing that's hurt them right now is some injuries to their pitching staff.
That's my question with the injuries,
where they fell back some. But I mean, yeah, you get them, and if it works out, you get a championship, and you might lose them. And you got that championship, but you could put your team in a situation where it could take you a few years to recover. So I think. And if you're the Angels, it's so hard to trade them, because if you trade them, say you trade them and then your team goes on a run and you make the playoffs, and then everybody's going to say, well, if they would have been stupid and traded them, they would have him.
Well, I don't think they'll trade. They're going to have to get a lot for him, or I don't think they'll trade him. I don't think they're going to trade him for just a.
Oh no,
that's my opinion.
It's going to take a lot.
So who do you think the top two teams are there? Probably the Yankees and Dodgers to try to get him. I know you've mentioned the Rays as possibility, and for Ohtani, I think them are the two top teams. I mean, I'm sure there's other teams, like you said, the Devil Rays.
I think the Dodgers. I think he, just from stuff I hear, I think he wants to stay in. I think he wants to stay on the West Coast, stay in LA. And I think the Dodgers have been kind of preparing to try to make a run at him. I think that was one of the reasons when they got rid of some of the players they did over the offseason, and you didn't see them really make the big moves like they usually make and add people. I think they were kind of freeing up some money and stuff to try to make a run at Ohtani if he's available. I know that Angels owner, I guess, has said he wasn't going to trade him to the Dodgers, but if you're going to trade a guy, you got to trade him where you're getting the best package for. And if you don't trade him, then it don't matter what you want anyway, because then he'll be a free agent. He can decide what he wants.
Yep.
But if I'm a team, if I think there's a real good chance that he's going to be a free agent, there's not going to be a trade made, I wait, because like I said, you don't have to give up a lot. You don't have to give up a bunch to get them.
But and I see what you're saying, especially the Dodgers or Yankees, because they think that he might want to play there. A team like Tampa Bay, where you don't want to play there, they may say, "Hey, we can get him as a rental. Yeah, we're going to give up a lot, but we can get him as a rental. We're going to win a championship there." I could see that thinking. I'm not saying that, I'm not, but the Rangers might be in that.
Only thing is, if with that you take that chance that it don't work, it could cost you your job as a GM.
Most definitely.
Glenn said, "Yeah, Fever and Brickyard is on the same day next month. I'm used to making those kinds of decisions."
I mean, what about a team like the Brewers? I mean, it's a small market, but do you think they would try to swing something like that?
I don't know. I mean, their problem really isn't their. Well, I mean, you can bring them in as a bat as well. I was gonna say their problem really isn't their pitching. It's more of them scoring run.
Well, that's the thing with the Yankees. Yankees could use a pitcher and they need a hitter. Yeah, Yankees,
And how much is the Yankees helping their case when they just got swept by the Angels? you know what I mean? Which I know if they trade him, Otani's not going to have as much. He ain't going to have as much control over where he goes in if they trade him, as he would if he's a free agent. But I mean, he has to be thinking this. Everybody's talking about me going to the Yankees, and everybody talks about how bad the Angels are, and they just swept the Yankees.
Yeah.
But,
the Angels have a talent.
they have talent. They just
I don't
It's
understand.
always injuries. Like this year, you had 3 of your best guys go out all in the same day.
Yeah.
No Otani's back. It wasn't nothing real serious, but you lost Trout to a broken bone.
Do you think the Red Sox could get involved? I mean, they're ahead of the Yankees.
Yeah. Yeah, they probably son of a bitch. I think they could. I think they're a little farther away, but they can hit the ball. You got a pitcher,
and that's another bat too.
Yeah.
I mean, they're ahead of the Yankees. I mean, why,
Yeah, but don't take much to be ahead of the Yankees this year.
what would Frankie do if Boston got him? He'd probably.
Yeah, he'd be mad.
What would Jay do if Texas got him?
Jay would be upset.
He'd be upset. We might have to.
I think it'd be. I mean, for the Rangers, it makes sense with losing some of the pitching they lost, and I mean, he also him being able to use him as a DH as well. I mean, he brings a lot of value because he's one of the top hitters in the league as well, and he's been pitching as one of the better pitchers. He struggled a little bit here the last couple of starts, but I think some of that was due to that blister on his hand.
I just read an article about the Reds, and from what I gathered, it looks like Atone, that other guy, the reliever, and the other two pitchers, Green and Lodelo. It looks like maybe you're looking at maybe possible the middle week of August before any of them guys might be ready. So I think if they do good this weekend and against the Brewers, and them games are before the trade deadline, and then they're still, they don't drop 6-7 games back and say they stay in the hunt, maybe tied or in first or right there. I think they make a move of some type to try to get a pitcher, a starting pitcher.
I don't know. It's hard for me. You just with the Reds, the way they operate of late, you just never know. There's times I think they're going to make a move and they don't. Then they make a move and it's like
you got 4 guys going on rehab and looking at maybe let them back to maybe the middle of the third week of August. That's another month, Chris. I think they need to shore up another arm. I really do.
No, I mean I agree. I just don't.
Again,
I don't know if they will.
Well, I think they will. They'll try to. Again, I agree with you. I don't think they're going to give up the farm to get it. I think if they can find a deal that they think is reasonable, like I don't think they're going to give up a Marte or something like that to get him. I don't think.
Yeah, I don't either.
So, and I don't think they're going to go necessarily. I think it'd be a rental. I think it'd be somebody like from the White Sox or from St. Louis, some of them free agents.
No, I could see that. I think they'll. I could see them maybe make if they do anything. I think it's going to be pitching. Positional player wise, I don't see him making no moves. You just brought up that Encarnacion.
You got too many position players now,
and he's come in and hitting the ball well.
One guy hurt again, or he's just not been playing. He was an infielder. They moved him to the outfield last couple of years. He's been hurt quite a bit. I can't think of his name right now.
Senzel. He's starting today.
Okay, I was like, he hadn't played for a few games. I was wondering.
He played. He came in as
okay.
He hasn't started. He hasn't started,
starting.
But he did come in. I don't think it was yesterday. I think it was the game before that. He came in like in the 8th inning, played, and he came in a bat and played defense. But I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I saw he's starting in center field today. I think. I'm trying to remember who's not starting today. I don't think Friedel. I think Benson might have been out of the lineup today, which kind of surprised me. Which he's been
hot, man. That dude, he's been as high as anybody on the team, really.
Oh yeah, he's been hitting almost 400 over the last freaking month and a half.
Is he a rookie?
I can't remember if he's a rookie or not. I want to say he's a second year player.
Okay.
He might be. He's been pounding. Got off that slow start, but then after that, since about the end of May, I'll say beginning of June. Since about the beginning of June, he's just been
Not a bad
fire.
outfielder, and he's pretty quick.
Well, I mean, his 3-run homer the other day was the big reason Reds got off that losing streak.
That's true.
But in India looks like he's starting to hit the ball a little bit again after going through it.
Yep.
That was the thing. It was like everybody, the whole team kind of hit their their little cold streak at the same time there. Where we hadn't really seen that.
Yeah.
But tell you what, the bottom part of our order has been big here the last 2 or 3 games.
Yeah.
With Strand and Benson.
I haven't seen a lot of Strand.
Maley.
What I've seen of Strand, but I like his. He just looks like a player, man. Looks like a hitter. He
I like him. I like him a lot to play. Haven't really seen enough of him defensively. You know what I mean? But where I've seen him, he's looked solid. He's made a nice play. He's made a couple nice plays over at first.
What's his main position? Is it first?
I think first.
So you probably
they'll play him at third. They play him at third some as well, but I think first is where he's most comfortable. Which, I mean, with him, you got Votto plays first.
Let me ask you a hard question.
And then you also have
do you think that the free up money, the Reds would entertain getting rid of Votto next year?
Maybe, but honestly, I kind of I hate to say it. I think the one that might be the odd man out next year. I hate to say it because I love him.
India
is India.
Well, there was people on the internet. They was talking about India had the slump at the wrong time. They won't be able to trade him. I said, why do they want to trade him?
And
I think
he might be the odd man out, and not because of any really fault of his own. Because I think he's a real good player. I like him, but they have so many players that hell, the other day we had our whole starting infield was we had our whole infield was rookies.
Yeah.
And just the way them at the level them guys are playing, I could see him and maybe Senzel or two.
I think Senzel because of his health issues. But I think that if you're going to get rid of anybody, I think he could be the leader, and you get rid of Votto, and that's my opinion because you're getting rid of salary, you get rid of age, and I love Votto. I wish he could stay, but I can understand where you got Strand.
If you're going to get rid of Votto, I would rather get rid of Votto and Senzel and keep India.
Oh yeah, that's what I'm saying. I would keep India all day long.
Okay, I thought you said keep Senzel as your leader.
No. I'm talking about India as your leader. I think
I like India,
the way he plays. And don't get me wrong, I like Votto. I don't want to see Votto leave. I don't want people to think that, but I also it's a business, and I also see the age. I mean, it's just the way it is.
I don't see him do anything with. If they do anything with Votto, I think it'll be next season. I don't see him do anything
who would have a better chance
at the trade deadline this year.
My point is, who would be a better chance to be a 300 hitter next year, Strand or Votto? But Votto's not. He's on the downside. So I mean, I'm just.
Oh no, I agree. I'm a big Votto fan. I've been. Mike said, "Pops, would you do Marte and Votto for Stroman?" No,
I wouldn't. No, I still would like to kill the general manager for getting rid of Castillo. Castillo would be in this situation.
But no, if they do, I think they keep Votto this year because I think with them,
I do.
Hopefully having a winning season, maybe make it to the playoffs.
They want that veteran.
I think that you want the veteran. Plus, I think just with as much as he's meant for the Reds, I think they would like to see him have that opportunity of maybe trying to go on a play at least one more playoff run with the Reds. I mean, hell, he became the second player in Reds history to hit 300 350 home runs on a career? Glenn said nope. But I could see him maybe moving on from Votto next year. It's going, like I said, it's going to be interesting to see what they do. And they have some pretty good pitching coming up from. I mean, it's still in the minors as well, so that I don't think it's quite ready to come up this year, but might be able to bring up some, maybe a couple of them next year as well. So I know their original plan. They said next year is when they were going to be competing. It kind of got sped up. So
most definitely,
it got sped up, and I like that they brought Strand up. People are complaining about that. Why are you bringing up? You can't ever have too many bats. For one, bring him up. I mean, look, he can't. They brought him in off the bench, and he's got big hits.
Well, I think it was also
you're seeing Stevenson get some big pinch hit. You need some guys that can come in and do some pinch hitting.
I'm not saying it was all because of him, because it wasn't, but they brought De La Cruz up, and we went on this run. They're thinking could have been Canarcion's. It's killing it down there. Hey, maybe we bring him up. Maybe that gives us another burst of energy, and we go on another run. I mean,
De La Cruz went going through a little bit of a slump, but he was hitting the ball pretty hard yesterday. Even when he went in base hits, he was pounding the ball.
Dude's got to calm down and be a little smarter on the base pad. He overran second, got through out yesterday. He cost us that game. I still say the other day when he got picked off second in the bottom of the ninth with no outs, chance to win the game. I love him. He's going to be a superstar, but he needs to calm down just a little touch.
I didn't understand what he was doing yesterday. He was running straight through second base.
Well, you know who was in front of him, don't you? It was Votto. I think it was Votto. Come on.
But
he ain't gonna.
It's like, because I don't think he thought he was gonna beat it out. I thought you know what I mean, and he ended up beating it out. But if he had slid, he would probably have been safe because he stayed on the base. But I mean, he was almost the third before anybody really had a chance to what to do. Is Landon a real Reds fan? No, he's not. I only think you know Landon, but he's not a Reds fan.
No, I don't know who Landon
is. I shouldn't say he's not a Reds fan. I don't think he's a real Reds fan. I think he's a closet Reds fan because he's supposedly, supposed to be a Cubs fan, but he's always in the chat talking about.
Landon, he don't know my grandson Landon, but he's not a Reds fan either.
But he's always in the chat. He's been in the chat the last few days talking about the Reds and De La Cruz. Anytime the Reds doing something good, he'll mention something.
Well, that's the thing. Everybody's talking about De La Cruz. I mean,
what was it, 98 miles an hour he threw yesterday?
98, 99 or 99. The other day was 97.7. I think yesterday was 99 something.
Yeah, dude, that's hard. Put him on the pitching mound. See if he can pitch.
The dude's taller than what I thought. I didn't realize he was that tall.
Oh, he's like 6'6".
6'6". I didn't realize he was that tall.
I'll tell you what, that umpire yesterday, strike zone, man.
Horrible.
God. I thought Votto was getting kicked out. I thought for sure Votto was getting kicked out.
Yeah, your mom came out before she went to work. She sitting there watching that game, and she said, that umpire's awful. She said, he sucks. I said, the umpire's been pretty bad this year, balls and strikes.
And the thing is, if you want to call that outside, if you're going to call that out, oh no, it wasn't a tight zone, Glenn. It was a wide zone.
Yeah.
Hey, and my thing is, if you want to call a little wide like that, that's one thing. But you have to call it the same for both teams. And there was pitches that were strikes when the Reds was batting. There was not strikes when Abbott was throwing the same pitch. It's like, if you're going to call that a strike, it has to be a strike both ways. I thought Votto and Tyler and Stevenson both were going to get thrown out of that game for arguing balls and strikes with the umpire. Votto told him to do his fucking job. Votto was mad.
I was surprised he didn't get thrown out.
Yeah, I can't believe it. Yeah, I was surprised he didn't get thrown out because he was going off.
I've seen people say a lot less and get thrown out, and Maybe because Votto's a veteran. Maybe
Oh,
I don't
no,
know.
they did.
Oh yeah, he was giving him a bunch of shit.
Yeah, Glenn, it was. There's a wide zone and wasn't consistent at all. It was wide and pretty low too. He was giving, uh, he was giving pretty low as well, but
Yeah, it was bad.
definitely wide on the outside.
I usually don't
Yeah.
say too much about the umpiring, especially if it's the same both ways. But man, it was bad. It was.
Yeah, but yeah, I was cracking up. I thought, well, Votto's tossed, and then I think it was next inning. Stevenson got mad. He didn't go off as quite as loud as Votto. He probably would have got thrown out. But yeah, I was surprised Votto didn't get thrown out. 'Cause hell, he said a lot more than what David Bell said the other day. David Bell got thrown out. Now, after David Bell got thrown out, he went crazy. But before that, Bell didn't hardly say much.
Yeah, Frankie loves David Bell. He's very entertaining. Day he got thrown out against the Yankees.
When he got thrown out the other day, he was running around. He was running around to get to the umpire. He had me cracking up. Then he went up there and drew a line.
Yeah,
I was like, oh man. Some of that I think was the strike zone because the strike zone was bad. But I think some of that was trying to trying to light a fire in his team's ass. Like, hey, we need to.
this Vikings rookie got cited for going 140 miles an hour in a 50-mile zone. What the hell is he doing?
He was going deep.
Son of a-
He was going deep. He was going for a touchdown pass.
What the hell is he driving?
What?
Maserati? What cars go 140? Maserati? And I mean, I don't know. I don't know a lot about cars, but son of a gun.
He was their first round pick.
And he just got cited? He didn't get arrested? If that had been you, you'd be in jail right now.
Oh yeah. He should have got reckless driving. So
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
He should have got.
I know it's still a little bit away, but
OBJ a boxer now? Okay.
who knows? I was talking to some guys at work last night. We was talking about who's going to win, Diaz or Paul?
I think Diaz beats him.
You think Paul could catch him, knock him out? Diaz got a pretty good chin though.
I don't think Paul knocks him out with them bigger gloves. You got to remember he has a good, like you said, he has a good chin, and that's with the little 3-4 ounce gloves. That's not with boxing gloves.
One thing does,
and Diaz has boxing experience. It's not like he's.
One thing does concern me about Diaz, at least in the UFC. His defense ain't the best. He takes a lot of punches. I worry about him letting Paul catch him and
So some of that, yeah. I think you'll see a little bit of a different style with it being boxing and not the MMAs either, because now you don't have to worry about takedowns or elbows or kicks. It's just, But no, I think Diaz beats him. That's at what, a couple weeks.
August 5th, same day as SummerSlam. Because I heard that his brother has requested, can my match be the first match of SummerSlam so I can leave and fly to watch my brother box. He's wanting him and Ricochet to be the first match. I don't know if they're going to oblige that or not.
Why would they schedule it the same day? To me, that don't seem like.
Where's that fight at anyway?
I'm not sure. I'm going to say, I'm guessing Vegas. That's what I'm guessing. SummerSlam's what, Detroit?
Detroit.
I mean, I know it's far away. It just seems like which time Paul and Diaz fight, SummerSlam be over.
Yeah.
Because they're not going to fight. They're not going to fight till probably midnight at least.
Yeah, at the earliest.
But all right, well, you got anything else?
No.
Don't forget, tomorrow, 3:30 p.m. Eastern, we'll be live with the Warrior Pro Wrestling Fair Fight 2. We should be live. We've been in this building before. We were in this building just a few weeks ago, and we've done multiple shows in this building and haven't had internet issues, so we should be able to go live. I don't see why we wouldn't be able to. What the hell? And then Well, last year we was able to go live when we was outside. So
Yeah,
that
there's-
fairground seems to have pretty good internet.
Yeah,
But it's one of the nicer fairgrounds
yeah.
I've been to. But yeah, wrestling starts at 3:30. If you're coming to watch, the doors open, I believe, at 3. It's a $5 gate charge to get into the fair, and wrestling shows included in that, so it's no extra money to go watch the wrestling show.
I actually think there's a demolition derby that night too.
Yeah, I think there is.
That's included.
Yeah, so so join us it's at the Hendricks County Fair tomorrow. Warrior Pro Wrestling Fair Fight 2. And other than that, we'll be back on Monday with another episode of Easy Money, a sports betting show. Oh, okay. I was like, what's it? Best 5 you can spend for a great show. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
For $5 you can't beat it. And like I said, that I know last year, hell, if I remember correctly, they had like a circus and they had all kinds of
stuff. It's a nice
things.
fair.
It was nice fair.
One of the best fairs I've been to. County fairs type thing. It really good.
Yes, join us tomorrow, 3:30 p.m. Eastern on YouTube, Twitch, and Twitter for Warrior Pro Wrestling Fair Fight 2. We'll be back on Monday with another episode of Easy Money, a sports betting show. Hope everybody has a great weekend, and we'll see you guys on Monday.